So you're interested in physical therapy school, but you're not quite sure how to pay for it? In this video, I'll show you how to go to PT school for 10 bucks. Who am I kidding? You can't go to PT school for 10 bucks. And if you have gone to PT school for 10 bucks, let me know in the comments. You can't even pay for a physical therapy book with 10 bucks. You could probably pay for 10 pages. Good luck going to a food truck with 10 bucks. You can't even do that. You might be able to go to occupational therapy school for 10 bucks. I'm kidding. I love you OTs. Don't take it so seriously. Honestly, in this video, I want to talk to you about 4 ways to pay for physical therapy school if you don't have access to a trust fund, because it's going to cost a lot more than 10 bucks to become a physical therapist. Everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I'm Tim Fraticelli, and I'm a physical therapist, and on this channel we love talking about physical therapy, career, treatment, and technology. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons, and join us for more conversations like this. Okay, the first question that I want to answer is, how can I pay for physical therapy school with scholarships? Not only should you check in with your physical therapy school to see what other opportunities are available, but you should also check out local opportunities as well as national scholarship lists to see if you qualify for any funds. One thing that I regret is not looking harder for scholarships when I applied to PT schools. The fact is that millions of dollars in grad scholarship funds go unused each year. Some of the best grad school scholarship resources can be found on FastWeb, GoGrad, and Sally Mae's Graduate School Scholarship Search. Resources like the Bridging the Dream Scholarship Program awards $20,000 to be used in any field of study for grad school, so it's definitely worth looking for scholarship opportunities when you're applying to grad school. I also think it's a good criteria to add to your physical therapy school list of schools to consider. When you're applying to these programs, look to see if they have ample resources available for scholarships, or if it's a new program with very little scholarships and they're charging an arm and a leg, it might just be a school that you cross off of your list. Many physical therapy programs will offer generous financial aid to students who are willing to help in a research lab or in a teaching role. I know quite a few of our classmates who were offered scholarship and teaching assistantship positions paying upwards of $10,000 a year. With the average private PT school tuition at $37,000 a year, that's almost a 25% discount to PT school. Some of these same students were able to earn even more by tutoring students in the program, making a few extra dollars each month on the side. When I was a student, I took advantage of a few opportunities to help with live events and seminars that were hosted by our program, and I earned quite a bit of side money, which was definitely helpful as a grad student. Okay, number 3 is something that a lot of you have asked on this channel, and that's whether or not you can work a part-time job in physical therapy school to help pay the bills. The answer is yes, but it really needs to be a flexible job. Your main job here is to get through PT school, which can have really demanding hours in the classroom and in your practical labs. There are some programs out there that will offer virtual learning for many of their courses and then in-person training for the lab work every few weeks, but for the majority of programs, you can expect to spend 6 to 8 hours a day in the classroom with an extra 1 to 2 hours of studying on your own each day. That said, I did know a few people who worked part-time as personal trainers or even in a very flexible job setting on the weekend, and personally, I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to work the ultimate side job in PT school, which was managing a few of my blogs that paid for my bills and my living expenses. And you can take a look at that video that'll play next about 7 side hustles that you can do in PT school. But I've since sold those websites, and I've created new websites and blogs and resources because that's just something that I enjoy doing. But the flexibility of blogging was one of the ways that I was able to pay for my living expenses and rent during PT school without having to work a traditional part-time job or take out additional student loans for rent. Yes, we can't forget about student loans. In fact, it's the 4th way that most people will pay for PT school. It's through student loans. And I'm listing it here because it's a fact. It's not because I like student loans, but it's a fact that most people pay for grad school, including physical therapy school, with student loans, specifically a PLUS loan. But I want to challenge you here to go against the grain and to try to avoid student loans as much as possible. If that means limiting your physical therapy school choices to state-only schools, that's great. If that means crossing off PT schools that will leave you with more than one time your potential salary in debt as a physical therapist, then so long, schools. If you don't already know how I feel about physical therapists entering the field of PT with a mountain of student loans, you can check out any of the videos in the financial health playlist, but I'll share a spoiler here. It's one of the biggest mistakes that I think our profession is promoting, and that someone needs to stand up and tell people that 6 figures in student loans are crippling for people who are making $75,000 a year. Can it be done? Can you pay off 6 figures with a PT salary? Sure. Does it make financial sense? No, it doesn't. And that's what I hope that you're hearing from me. You need to find ways to help pay for PT school without relying 100% on student loans. It'll make all the difference financially in your future, and your future self will be really glad that you didn't start your career in a mountain of debt. Look, as much as I would love for every PT student to have access to 100% scholarships, it's really difficult. And if you do have to take student loans, I would just encourage you to minimize it as much as possible through side jobs or through scholarships or however you're able to do that. Just try to keep the student loans to a minimum, and I think you'll be grateful that you did in the future, not entering your career with mountains of student loans. Hey, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. If you found this video to be helpful, I would love it if you gave it a like below and consider subscribing to the channel, especially if you're interested in learning more about physical therapy career and other insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.